Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to bypass the 1.175 volt lock on a 680 PCB GTX 670. What that basically means is any 670 that's running on a 680 PCB. But technically, to my knowledge, there's only two, and that's the EVJ4 the Win and the Gigabyte WindForce X3 670s. Now this is cool because it allows you to push your car a little bit harder. 1.75 to 1.21 is quite a leap, and these cars can easily get maybe 40-50 megahertz out of it. Hey, it's free, why not do it? Your power draw or heat levels will not increase that much. A couple things you will need. In the description below, I will have all the files you'll need and the commands you'll be using. You're going to need a flash drive. Doesn't mean it matter what size, as long as it's maybe like 256 megs plus maybe, or even lower, 128 if those even exist anymore, or if you still have one. But you just need something to make it bootable. And that's pretty much it, really. Go ahead and download the file in the description below, the GTX 670 volt-tweak.zip. Extract that wherever you want. I'm using desktop for ease of understanding a little bit here. Open that folder up. I accidentally put a folder within a folder. You can have a couple other folders in here. I'll get to them later on. First thing you want to do, you're going to want to make sure your flash drive is plugged in. You're going to run this application here. Go ahead and install it. It's the HP what is it called? HP USB disk storage format tool. This makes your USB flash drive bootable, and this is the key to everything. After you've installed it, go ahead and I've already done that. Oh god, cancel. I've already done that step, so I'm gonna go ahead and run the application. You're gonna pick your flash drive, do the pull down here. In this case, it's a scan disk for me. That's a 2 gig flash drive I'm just using for now. File system, just leave it default FAT32. I like to check quick format. You're gonna also want to check the box, create a DOS startup disk, and right below that, this little section here is gonna allow you to click on it. I'm using DOS system files located at. Now the location of this will be that folder that you extracted. In my case, is in my desktop, so I'm gonna go to desktop, USB DOS. Click OK, and go ahead and start the process. And I already did that, so go ahead and close. Just don't be a little nervous because there's nothing in the folder if you have Windows set by default to not show system files. Because if you go to Tools, Folder Options, View, and uncheck the box that says High Projected Yes, hit Apply, you'll see that there are in fact files in there, and you'll also see your desktop menus up there. So go ahead and close that because those desktop menus do get annoying, but there's definitely folders in there. Once you've completed that, you're going to copy the mod.rom and you're going to drop it into your removable flash drive. Sake of this, yes, I already dragged that in there. And we're going to go back, go to nvflash, copy all these files over, and put them in your flash drive. Now I'll go ahead and delete these. These are because I've already tried the process, so whenever you boot into nvflash, you'll create those files. So basically, you'll be seeing CWS, blah blah blah, your mod.rom, document, nvflash.exe. You don't really necessarily need that, but it comes in handy to let you learn some of the commands that nvflash has, because you're going to be doing this all from DOS. But it's extremely simple, and again, I'm going to talk you through it. I haven't flashed my cards yet either, but I've flashed a couple cards before, and it's using nvflash is super easy. So just make sure, again, Tools, Folder Options, View. So after you get everything dragged in there, just make sure, yes, Apply, and this is what your flash drive will look like, or should look like, after you've dragged your files over and flashed it using the HP flash tool storage thingy. I'll continue from there. I'm gonna actually record the second part with my phone, because I can't record DOS because you're gonna have to reboot your machine and boot from your flash drive. Alright, I've just started restarting Windows, so we move to the side here because you're gonna see a glare. Now what you want to go ahead and do now is try to get into your BIOS, or hit escape for certain motherboards that allow you to select a boot device. Sorry about that glare, I'm trying to get rid of it. That would probably be good. takes a second because Maximus for extreme boots up extremely slow. So just mash delete or escape, depends on your motherboard again. You'll know more than I do about your board. For if the ASUS board, it's delete. What I like to do, it just goes to the boot tab and just go select the flash drive. Make sure you don't select the EFI, because most boards nowadays have EFI BIOSes. Just make sure because if you select that, it's not going to do anything. You want to select the one without the EFI colon. So when you select that, you'll get a funky looking screen. Looks ancient, it's basically DOS. Now with the first thing you're going to do, and the very important step, you want to back up your ROM in case anything were to go wrong. There is a risk of doing this. Is it extremely high risk? No. But, I mean, it's an extremely safe process. Been doing this for years, and I've never messed up a card unless it's user problem. In my case, my keyboard's not working because my motherboard sucks. So I'm gonna have to do a quick restart on that, and I apologize ahead of time. Alright guys, after booting in the Windows and getting my machine up and running, I had some technical difficulties that are now worked out. Quick thing to get started. Make sure if you have Afterburner installed or Precision X, same thing. You're gonna be making sure you have the skin for Afterburner that has the core voltage and power limit setting. If you're using my skin, I don't even know if you guys know I made a skin. You can tell I didn't have the new power limit settings, which I need to update, but I'm too lazy to, but eventually I'll get to it. You want to use the default I believe, yeah, it's the default Afterburner skin. Will give you access to the core voltage and the power limit. First thing you're gonna do is open up the application, toss that core voltage all the way to the right, man up. Power limit, man up, put that all the way to the right. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky, and where I would need to explain to you how the card clocks work for those of you that don't understand it. You have idle clocks. You do have a mode that's dedicated for hardware acceleration. You have 3D clocks, and then you also have your boost clocks. Boost would be anything in between your hardware acceleration, the top clock. But the 3D clock would be, let's say if you were to go on the NVIDIA control panel, I have, I don't know, Arma 2 running, and I want to set my 3D clocks to always be at 3D or anything higher. Power management mode, if you set that to prefer maximum performance, that's going to put your clocks at 1032. That's what it does for my card. That's what 3D clocks would be. So even though, I don't know, if you're idle on Windows, your card will lock at 1032 and 1.087 on the voltage. They'll just stay there, sitting there, idling at 3D clocks. Alright, first things first. As you can see, my idle voltage is 0.987. The idle core clock, 324. What we're gonna go ahead and do now, we're gonna try to get that clock up just to make sure, those boost clocks, just to make sure the card's working like it should, and it's applying the 1.212 voltage. For this case, I'm just gonna run normal, and I stroke the 16x, and we're just gonna loop it. We don't have to benchmark them. We don't have to compare no benchmarks. We just need to hit a higher clock for now, and make sure those voltages are applied. Alright, let's go ahead and run this. There. Now pay attention on the right, this graph here. As you can see, that's my 3D clock went from 1032 to 1084. And there you go. There you have it. Card boosted. See, when I first got my card and I just installed it, every card is different. My card boosted straight to 1189. So as you see here, I just put that back on -10. Now, when you install this BIOS, you might run into crashes. There've been some reports of people crashing out the gate when they run applications because their boost clocks has changed. I don't know if it's because the way EVJ does their clocks or what, but if you see, if I left it on 0, so I just typed it in 0. Yeah. Now if I hit apply, look what happens. Oh wait, it didn't. Let's go 0. +1 will work. It jumped straight up to 1293. That would have been my boost clock. And my memory clock, that's not going to be affected much. I've always had it at 389, at least looking at 389. GPU usage 99%. Now here's the kicker here. This is how you tell that it actually worked. As you can see, my card is doing 1.212 according to Afterburner, instead of the 1.175 that was locked before. So I'm gonna experiment with this myself personally and see how high I could go. Probably might be able to do maybe do 1320. But hey, I mean, again, this is not for the faint of heart. If you find doing something like this a little scary, don't do it. If you got some balls and feel like you want to push the extra 40-50 megahertz out of your card, go for it. It's free. 1.212 volts or the extra 30 plus millivolts is not gonna harm your card. Your temperatures will increase by probably 1 or 2 degrees tops, according with your same fan settings, and your power draw is not even gonna go up by like 5 watts, give or take. I'm probably wrong here, but I doubt it's gonna go any higher. It's this very small increase, but that small voltage bump is enough to give you a little bit quicker on the core clock. So it's really your call if you want to do it. Again, do it if you get the balls to do it. Post your clocks. I'm really interested in finding out what you guys hit. Let me know on the description below. And again, remember, everything you need is typed in the description below the video. Comment, like, thumb it down, share all your friends, wherever the hell you like doing, do it. If you want future videos of me doing stuff like this or hardware reviews, let me know, because I'm kind of interested in doing it. Because some people, I've been getting enough questions where I'm getting tired of posting it in the comments, because it kind of gets claustrophobic in there, and then people will start re-asking the same questions over and over, and it's hard to keep track of the comments. Because trust me, if there's a question you ask, it's probably a question that's been asked before if you look through the comments. But I don't blame you, because going through the comments when there's like 80 pages is a little bit of a hassle. So just let me know, and enjoy your new card, your slightly beefed up card. And again, post your clocks. I'm dying to know what you get. Brag about it. That's what this is about. Alright, this is Naz. Peace.